Well, great to be back on CBN Media Sports Extra on YouTube. And like I always do, it's always ready to serve you the best of sporting content. We are going to look at the Blasters and new head coach Carlos Queiroz, how the two parties can have a strong union that will culminate into good performance at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Before the conversation gets going, I want you to agree with me that the Blasters are very vulnerable in defense. Our defense is shaky. Our defense is not really organized. And if you have to look at the different aspects of a team, one thing I can say for sure that the Blasters lack at the moment is good defense. In terms of structure, in terms of organization, I do not think that the Blasters have demonstrated enough capacity in that aspect of the game. Looking at the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, Ghana conceded 6 goals in 9 matches. And moving on to the recent friendly matches they've been involved in the Caribbean Cup, Ghana conceded 2 goals against Japan, conceded a goal against South Korea, and against Austria, they conceded 5 goals. The next friendly was against Germany. Ghana conceded 2 goals. So 10 goals in 4 friendlies. And I believe this is enough for you to agree with me that the Blasters of Ghana are very woeful when it comes to defending. Now, looking at the new head coach of the Blasters, Carlos Queiroz, he comes in as a coach with strong capacity when it comes to defending. And we've seen him go to several competitions or tournaments with teams that hitherto were not really solid at the back. But at the tournament, they played to their ability when it comes to defense. And I can give several examples. Looking at the Egyptian national team that went all the way to the finals of the 2021 AFCON, there was something special with regards to their output. They were not conceding a lot of goals, and that team was coached by Carlos Queiroz. In the group stage, they lost 1-0 to Nigeria. Their next game, they won 1-0 against Guinea. They also won 1-0 against Sudan. And at the knockout stage against Ivory Coast, they won on penalties. Their next game was against Morocco. They won by 2 goals. And the next game was in the semis, won on penalties against Cameroon. And in the finals, it was a tie, 0-0 scoreline. They lost on penalties to eventual winners, Senegal. And from the score lines I just put out, one thing that they were able to do so well was not conceding a lot of goals. And we expect the same thing from Carlos Queiroz coaching the Blasters of Ghana. So it is good that we've gone in for a coach who has the capacity in presenting a side that is not going to concede a lot of goals. And now, so we need to look at his formations, and preferably he has 2 formations, 4-2-3-1 and 4-1-4-1. These are the 2 formations of Coach Carlos Queiroz. So either 4-2-3-1 or 4-1-4-1. And looking at the 4-2-3-1 formation, this is a formation that will give the Blasters of Ghana lots of numbers behind the ball, lots of defensive cover in midfield for the defense. So if Ghana do not have the ball, you would expect that at least there will be 5 players sitting right in front of the 4 center backs. So the focal point of attack will not be excused in this formation. He will be expected to press in the attacking third, and in midfield, it will be closing spaces, trying to prevent the opponent from penetrating through the midfield. So you realize that the defense will have enough cover. I'm talking about the 4 players who will be in front of the goalkeeper. They will have enough cover. This is what the 4-2-3-1 formation gives you. And in attack, at least there will be moments whereby the opponent, after the opponent has really pushed up, if care is not taken and they have a high line, there will be good moments for the Black Stars to capitalize on when it comes to using counter-attack, when it comes to having turnovers, and that will make it possible for the Black Stars to have fast transitions. And we have the wingers to facilitate this play. Abdul Fattah Wishahaku, Kalmadin, Sulemana, the likes of Antoine Semenyo, the likes of Osman Bukari, Joseph Pencil. We have the wingers. You can name them. We have the wingers to facilitate this play with regards to counter-attack and fast transitions. Now, his second formation is 4-1-4-1 formation. So with the 4-1-4-1 formation, we'll have our goalkeeper. Right in front of the goalkeeper, we'll have 4 defenders, 2 center-backs, 1 right-back, 1 left-back, and there'll be 1 player. And that player is going to be very pivotal in this system. That player will sit right in front of the 4-man defense, and there'll be 4 players who would also sit in front of that 1 player, and there'll be 1 person leading the line for the Black Stars of Ghana. So I'm thinking that if Carlos Queiroz decides to go in for Thomas Partey as the player who will sit right in front of the 4 center-backs, then of course you expect the Black Stars of Ghana to set up in a way and manner that that player will not only be the defensive midfielder, but will also be the deep line playmaker for the Black Stars. So Partey will do that job. Right in front of Partey, there will be 4 players, and right in front of those 4 players, there will be 1 player who will lead the line for the Black Stars of Ghana. Now, if the Black Stars do not have the ball under Carlos Queiroz, you expect that with the 4-1-4-1 formation, the 4 players right in front of the Lone Ranger up front will drop to join the deep line playmaker in Thomas Partey. So we'll be having 4-5-1 formation without the ball. And like I said earlier on, the Lone Ranger up front is not going to be idle. He will start the press, and that player should be a player who will be ready to run. If you do not have that energy, if you have poor hold-up play, it will be difficult for you to get the nod and play in that position for the Black Stars. And looking at our strikers, Edu Kwabena, Jordan Ayew, Antoine Semenyo, Thomas Brandon Asante, I do not know the one who will be deployed in that position. But looking at their skill set, I cannot predict. But it depends on Coach Carlos Queiroz. We have the men all right, but as a player, if you want to play in that position as the lone man in offense for the Black Stars of Ghana, Charlie, if you be that player, we go feel run, go feel bully defenders, go feel hold on to the ball. These are some of the requirements. So you can look at those players, watch them at club level, and I think you'll be able to select that player who will lead the line for the Black Stars under Carlos Queiroz. Now, in wrapping up, with either the 4-2-3-1 formation or the 4-1-4-1 formation, Ghana is going to relinquish possession even before the game starts. In the dressing room, everybody is aware that we are not going to possess the game, said that after 90 minutes, the Black Stars of Ghana will have 60% possession, 70% possession. We are not going to experience that. Expect hard work and expect a Black Stars that will enjoy defense. Now, looking at the Iran national team and Carlos Queiroz, they demonstrated the areas that I just enumerated. During the 2014 World Cup, Iran held Nigeria to a scoreless draw against Argentina. Most of us were expecting Argentina to destroy Iran, but the Argentines could score only a goal. And fast forward, during the 2018 FIFA World Cup, they held Portugal to a draw. They lost by 1-0 to Spain, and they scored Morocco a goal. During the 2022 FIFA World Cup, they lost it against England. So it is not always going to be smooth for the Black Stars. Of course, there are days that you can set up your team so well in defense, but there are days that you go there and there will be Waterloo, the floodgates will just open. So, of course, we don't expect the Black Stars to be invincible throughout in defense, but looking at the numbers, we expect the Black Stars to prevent teams from scoring more against them, and also hit opponents on the breaks, make use of fast transitions, and enjoy playing defense. But like I said earlier on, it all depends on the adaptability of the players and their willingness to sweat on defense, to listen to Carlos Queiroz, because for the manager, he has the capacity and he has showed it in big tournaments, at the AFCON, at the World Cup, continuously. So it is something that he has it. So we expect our boys to adapt. We expect our boys to listen. Now, in wrapping up again, this is how I expect the Black Stars to line up under Carlos Queiroz. I'm not saying this is going to be the starting 11 for the Black Stars, but looking at the strength of some of our boys in Europe and also their stint with the national team in the past, I'm just saying that this is my probable starting 11 for the Black Stars under coach Carlos Queiroz. So in goal post, I still think that it is not over between Atizigi and Benjamin Asare. Of course, maybe another door will open for other goalkeepers, but I still think it will be either Atizigi or Benjamin Asare. It all boils down to coach Carlos Queiroz. Number 2, at right back. Marvin Seneya was given a debut call-up, but Otuado decided not to give him minutes in the 2 friendlies the Black Stars were involved in against Austria, against Germany. I think at right back, is either Alidu Seidu or Marvin Seneya, but because of experience, I'm going for Alidu Seidu. Number 4, number 5, I think Opon Pepra was the standout player of the Black Stars against Germany. So I'll go in for Alexander Jiku and Opon Pepra as 4 and 5. Number 3 position, Gideon Mensah or Derek Atakon. Atakon was decent against Germany, but it will be a straight up fight for the left back position, Gideon Mensah or Derek Atakon. Now in midfield, Thomas Partey as a deep line playmaker. So Partey right in front of the 4-man defense and right in front of Thomas Partey. I'll go in for Antoine Semenyo, Abdul Fattah Wishaku, Jordan Ayew and Ibrahim Sulemana. Now, Kwesi Sibo has a chance. Sibo has a chance in this formation because Partey is not the Partey of old. He doesn't have the legs to cover enough grounds, and Partey will need a machine to operate with. So Sibo still has a chance, though at times he's a bit awkward with his passing, but I will stick to Ibrahim Sulemana. And up front, Inaki Williams or Brandon Thomas Asante or Prince Edu Kwabena. Yeah, it depends on Carlos Queiroz. So running you through the possible starting 11 for the Black Stars of Ghana under Carlos Queiroz. In goal post, either Asare Atizigi or Anan. Number 2, I'm going for Alidu Seidu on any day, 4 and 5 Jiku Opon Pepra. Number 3, either Gideon Mensah or Derek Cohn. I'll go in for Derek Cohn. In midfield, Partey as a deep line playmaker right in front of Partey, Antoine Semenyo, Abdul Fattah Wishaku, Jordan Ayew, Ibrahim Sulemana. And up front, either Inaki Williams or Brandon Thomas Asante. But if I have my back against the wall, I'll go in for Brandon Thomas Asante. Let me hear from you in the comment section your take on the analysis, how best the Black Stars will thrive under the tactics of Carlos Queiroz. Do well to subscribe to see Eben Media Sports Extra on YouTube for the very best of sporting content. Have a wonderful day.